Hey guys, and welcome back to another Wheel-to-Wheel Hotlap, proudly brought to you by Hybrid Ag. I am your Hotlap host, Viper's Fang, and this week we're in Monza. Viva la Italia! That's right, we're going to the Cathedral of Speed. We're going to one of the fastest, most flat-out tracks in the world, and it is one of my personal favorites. I cannot wait to start racing here, but let's not waste any more time, and I'm going to pass it over to this week's Hotlap driver. You know him, you love him. He is the podcast sensation. He is the voice of the Wheel-to-Wheel Hotlap. That's right, it's me. I'm doing the Hotlap this week, so I'm going to throw it over to me, and I'll be back after that to talk to you about this week's race.
Well, thanks for that. Well, me. It's been great to be involved with the Wheel-to-Wheel Hotlaps this year, and it's been a great pleasure of mine to share this screen and the airwaves with a lot of the really great drivers in Wheel-to-Wheel. And I'd like to shout out to Hybrid Ag for supporting this, and I'd like to give a big thank you to Tombo as well for really working hard to put these together. As we come into the last corner here, we're going to start a fairly warm lap around Monza, and I'm going to show you guys the way around here, the best way I know how. So as we come out of this corner here, obviously flat out, a lot of this lap is spent at full throttle, so we want to make sure that we maximize all of the track and get us on the gas as early as we can. So as we come down to the first chicane here, we want to brake just after the 150 board, around about halfway between the 150 and the 100 board. Hard on the brakes. You want to try and clip this apex here. You want to be down into, I go down into first gear. Some people do it in second, but you need get it through here. Be careful of this yellow sausage here. You do not want to hit that too hard. It will unsettle the car. So get through there. Get turned in nice and early. Hard on the gas. Early shift up to second. And then hard on the gas all the way down to the next chicane. You want to stick all the way to the right here. If you go out to the left, you're just covering more track, wasting time. So if you come down to here, you want to brake just after the 150, around about the end of this Armco. You can even go a little bit deeper if you like, if there's a bit of a headwind, but just you need to make sure you've slowed down enough for this chicane. It can be a bit tricky. So we're going to get down here, down to second, and you can actually straddle this sausage here. You can go one wheel either side. You will not get a penalty. You have to be really careful on the exit. You will get a penalty if you straddle the exit, and you have to make sure that you don't bang the wheels over these sausages, otherwise it will unsettle the car and it will probably cause you a spin. So early on the gas, you can run right out over that curb. So these little right-handers here, this one you can brake quite late, just after the 50 board, late apex in. I use this little access road here as my acceleration point. So if I know that I'm tight to the curb here and I can get to this corner, I know I can get hard on the gas and run right out onto the curb. This corner here, back down to third, but I brake early for this one, really light braking. Aim for the curb on the inside, right over it, and then hard on the gas out onto the apron there as well. But be careful, don't drop a wheel in the gravel. All the way to the left here, save yourself some track distance. All the way down to the chicane here, you want to brake just after this Armco. There's a little access track here just before the 100. You can lightly brake down there. I go down to third. Some people do it in fourth. Over this curb, you can actually carry throttle over that curb. You don't want to be flat out, but you can actually carry a fair bit of throttle there. The key to this chicane is waiting for the car to transfer weight. So you can very heavily on the right hand side of the car. You have to wait for the car to come back over to the left hand side, wait for the weight transfer, get it pointed in the chicane, and then on the gas hard all the way out of the chicane. You can actually run quite wide out here. There is no penalty out there, but it is a bit dangerous with the gravel, but you can run quite wide out there. So all the way down the back straight, great drafting opportunity, great passing opportunity down into the last corner here. So this corner, break about halfway between the 50 and the 100 board. I go down into third, some people do it in fourth, get it tucked in, get hard on the gas as soon as you can. You can actually run quite wide out there, you won't get a penalty. Tuck it over to the left, pin it to the left to get over here the shortest distance, and that is a lap around Monza. I'd like to thank everyone for their time, and I'd like to say a big thank you to Hybrid Ag, and I'd like to throw it back to, well, me, to finish up talking about this round. So you guys have a great one, race hard, race fair, and we'll see you on the track.
Well, thanks for that. Well, me. What a guy, you know, what an awesome lap. What can I say? Like, the guy's just fantastic. Like, I can't believe they don't get him to do more hot laps. It's crazy. But, you know, anyway, let's talk about this week's race. We are, as I said, in Italy, and we are in the Redbull Juniors. This is our last outing in the Redbull Juniors, our little open wheel buddy, our little open cockpit fair weather friend. This car has been fantastic for racing, and it has been a sensation. Now, you guys, this week we have 3 races: a 5-lap race, another 5-lap race, and an 18-lap race. Now, tyre allocations are hards only for the first race, softs only for the second race, and softs and mediums will be available for the third race, and both of them will be mandatory. So definitely going to need to do a pit stop in that one. We have a 5-minute qualification for the first race, reverse grid for the second race, and then another 5-minute qualification for the third race. Now, Monza, you know the first chicane is going to be a disaster. We all know it. It happens every time we're here. So you guys, take it easy. You don't want to ruin your race in the first chicane at the first lap. Now, having said that, we all know that once the race starts, everyone sees a little bit of red and goes for a gap. But guys, be patient. It's a long race, and there's going to be plenty of time. There's heaps of overtaking opportunities here. This track is like 80% flat out, and there's heaps of heavy braking zones. So there's going to be plenty of passing opportunities that are going to happen. But let's talk about the championships. We've got 2 rounds to go, and most of the championships are still up for grabs. These next 2 races are going to be critical for what happens in the next divisions for the next season. We're having a big shake up for next season with the structure and the way it's going to work, and you guys are going to need to perform if you want to be in those high divisions. But we are still going to race, and we are still going to have heaps of fun. You guys are going to love this week. I know I'm going to love this week. I love Monza. I can't wait to get there. We are going to go wheel to wheel. We are going to race hard. We're going to race fair, and we are going to love it. You know what to do, guys. Tune in 5:30. Stick around for the 7:30 race. Facebook, YouTube. We're going to Monza. We're going to Italy. It's going to be awesome. You know what to do, guys. Let's get some.